views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
And good morning, everybody, and welcome to Open, the one and only show that opens up the Bronx and the world to you. I'm your host, the Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS, and we have a fantastic show lined up for you today. Coming up on today's show, we'll sit down with a Bronx group working to provide health care to the community and learn about struggles they are facing and what they can do and what they want you to know. And plus, we'll preview a day of dance coming to you soon and how you can be a part of it. And then we'll learn about an upcoming Black History event hosted by a group focused on the benefits of bicycles. We'll let you know more about that. And after that, a yoga professional tells us about a unique way to meditate. Then later on, we'll take a look at a ministry working to inspire women and change the world. Stay tuned. All this and more is headed your way. We're definitely open. Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open, the only live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. Stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. We begin this morning's show with some Monday morning highlights of events and issues impacting our community. Over the weekend, Borough President Ruben Diaz Jr. hosted his annual Black History Month event, and the event paid tribute to community leaders and members for their work in the community. Amongst the honorees was the family of Army Soldier Emmanuel Mensah, whose life was tragically taken in December while trying to rescue people in his burning apartment building. It was the city's deadliest fire in over 25 years. Last week, the City Council revealed that 4 out of 5 New York City Housing Authority residents were without some heat at some point since October. In a hearing last week, City Council members, including the Bronx's Richie Torres, he looked at the Housing Authority president for answers, and residents were given the chance to give testimonies. If any of our viewers continue to face problems, you can make sure you can call 311. BronxNet and Bronx Works have teamed up once again to continue to raise awareness of the subjects of housing and homelessness. And you can join us at Orchard Beach on Saturday, February the 17th, for our annual Dip Against Homelessness. I'm sure Michael Maxnabi will be right there. Uptown Vinyl Supreme will be providing music, and there'll be warm refreshments provided by Havana Cafe. For more information, you can check out bronxnet.tv and bronxworks.org. And in Harlem, Palante, a tenants' rights group, they held their annual gala to recognize individuals who have worked to keep the living conditions of community members in the light. Let's take a look.
Palante, People Against Landlord Abuse and Tenant Exploitation, hosted their annual benefit gala to pay tribute to those who serve as community heroes.
I started this organization because of the need that exists in this community. You know, I'm a tenant. I started looking for help, and I noticed that there was a gap. And I changed careers to make sure that there's someone out here helping our community residents, bringing the tools that are needed in this community. And it's really amazing that so many lives, so many families are affected and evicted simply because they do not know their tenant rights. And something so simple as just sitting with a client and educating them about what their rights are. It's amazing how families are empowered. It's amazing how we're able to maintain these families in their homes. And most importantly, we're able to preserve affordable housing.
Palante is about empowering the tenants in this area and making sure that they don't, the landlords are not overpowering them, and that they have a voice in their housing situation, because you can't do anything else unless you have the basics worked out in your life. That's housing, that's food, that's, just simple basics that you need to survive.
I am so honored to be recognized by Palante. Palante has been in this community as long as I have, and when you've worked in this community for 20, 30 years, it's really an honor to be recognized by an organization such as Palante. What's happening in the city right now with gentrification, I think an organization like Palante is very necessary. You need an organization to fight for the little guy, to fight for people who lived in this community for 20, 30, 40 years, and now who find themselves in the position of being displaced.
Palante preserves affordable housing citywide, but their main focus is on Upper Manhattan and to the Bronx, where majority of the rent-stabilized apartments are located.
We're in a housing crisis in the city. Rent-stabilized apartments are shrinking. Gentrification's taking over, especially in the areas that I cover. I do Manhattanville and basically Morningside Heights all the way up to 145th Street. What I'm seeing is especially the last 5-10 years, is the shrinkage of the affordable housing because of the expansions of Columbia. So it's important that we do this because there are people that don't really have a voice.
Palante's mission is to reduce poverty and advocate for safe housing by organizing, educating, and empowering residents. For further information about the organization, please visit www.palanteharlem.org. This is Ashley Tiffany reporting for BronxNet.
All right, we got to take a quick break right here, but we'll be right back with more Open next.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
And welcome back, everybody. Hey, our first guests are board members of the Bronx Community Health Network. And they join us today for a look at healthcare funding. It's important. Now we welcome Marjorie Cadogan. She said, I wonder if you can say that right. And John Ruiz. We welcome you guys to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're in there, right?
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
All right, so we're talking about funding here. There's a lot of people that are trying to do away with funding. There are a lot of people trying to get more funding. What's the story?
Well, we actually feel fortunate that finally last Friday, the Congress passed a funding bill that provides funding for organizations like ours. And to tell you a little bit about the Bronx Community Health Network, we are a caring and innovative organization that provides primary health care as well as community and wellness programs for the Bronx. We serve about 133,000 visits a year, and we're part of a network of community health centers that are vital to the state. Mm-hmm. There are about 10,000 community health centers across the state, and all of them are very important and need funding. So we're happy that we got it. Yeah. It took a long time to get there in this Congress, so we want to make sure that we keep it and get more, frankly.
Yeah, so we've been in assistance since 1996. and we started off with 5 partners, and we're up to 21 community health and school-based community health centers throughout the Bronx. And one thing that I like to say about our organization is the board members. We're client-based board members, and also folks that are interested in promoting health care to the Bronx population.
Well, thank God for the board members that you guys have on board.
Absolutely, and more importantly, the staff that we have there, such as the patient navigators, the community health care folks that work with the clients, the emergency liaison folks that work with the social service segment of the community to address the homeless population, employment, education, those areas which is important for the client that attends the healthcare network, because it's not just the clinical aspect. You also have to deal with the social factors in the communities. And by and large, the monies that with the federally funded grants that we get in the community have a big economic impact in the community, because we're hiring diverse workers in these clinics.
So tell us, there's a big outreach going on, as well as centers where people can just come in, right?
Right.
Tell us about both.
Well, we provide community health workers that actually go into the community and really help to reinforce the clinical messages to make sure that individuals with preventable and chronic diseases can really manage those diseases, that they can maintain their diets, to help them with hypertension or blood pressure, that they can get the kind of exercise that they need, that they can take advantage of the wonderful parks in the Bronx, and to really be an encouragement so that when they are visiting their doctor, that they are getting the best holistic care that they can get.
Who falls under your plan?
Well, we don't turn no one away.
No one.
We don't
No
turn
one
no
gets
one
turned
away. We look at it, we treat the neediest of the needies, whether the ability to pay or not pay. If they don't have insurance, we have a social network there that help the folks obtain insurance. If they need food, we have pantries available in the community. If they need education, we have folks there to help them to get the education that they need.
And Bob, that's really the benefit of the federal funding that we get. It allows us to serve Bronx residents regardless of their ability to pay.
Our organization is Starship in the Bronx. You're second to none. We're out there in the community, we're hard workers, and we're addressing the needs of the neediest of the community.
And you didn't just start this. You said you started in 1996, was it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we still have some founder members on the board that, with their help, it's gotten us this far. So we have to give due respect to them and also to the leadership. Executive director is there in the forefront, and the leadership is there, along with the board members and the staff, because you got to have the troops. The troops are the ones that are doing the work.
We're going to come out there and maybe have some cameras watch you guys in
That'd
action.
Be great. We
welcome that.
You have anything coming up that we can be a part of?
Sure, we'll get back to you in terms of our next event, but you could come and spot check us.
No, we don't want to just check you. We just want to be a part.
Come hang out.
We want to be a part of what's going on.
You could come have lunch with us, see what we do.
We would love to have you
talk
at one
to
of
the clients, talk to the children that we serve.
Tell us about some of the success stories. I mean, you always have people that have worked with you, and then they come back, and or somebody that you've served, and they come back to work with you.
I witnessed one lady that we had an annual event last year, and the lady came up from one of the centers, and she was diabetic, and now she's free from diabetes.
Whoa!
And that's huge. That was huge.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we like to get our clinics competitive and evidence-based outcomes. That here's a person that was diabetic and no longer is diabetic. She lost the weight, and how did she do that? With the dedicated staff that was at the center, the education, the nutritionist, the doctor. So it's a holistic approach.
Yeah, and I'm sure that, the feeling must be tremendous. The people on your board, your staff, everybody working together. in the same direction for a common cause. And you don't want anybody on the board or anybody part of your team who doesn't have the same feelings that you have, because there'll be something missing there. You want to burn on all cylinders.
There's a lot of commitment. There's a lot of commitment in the organization at all levels. And you asked about events, and John was telling you about our annual meeting, which is a big event that's coming up in May. And that's when we really do get to hear from the patients. It's here in the Bronx. When we get to hear from patients, and they tell us what Bronx Community Health Network has meant to their lives and how it's really changed their lives and improved it.
Yeah, it's not like going to a regular physician where, you know, they usually have to give you a prescription. You know, I call them drive-bys. And go home and get better. You know, when you come to our clinics, you're going to be sitting down with a physician that's going to take their time with you and explain things to you. Many people feel when they go to a doctor, oh, I don't know what they're going to tell. But my experience as a client has been, and my wife has been, that they take the time to explain things to us. And build that relationship, that trusting relationship that's carrying there.
And you get down to the bottom of the problem. You said you deal with them on a more personal level.
Absolutely.
And there's so many
that drive-by thing that you were talking about.
Yeah.
There's so many resources at each of the centers. It's not just, as John mentioned, the clinical services, but specialty services, pharmacy. It's a one-stop shop in terms of health and wellness. So it makes it very more convenient for folks to get their care.
Yeah, that's good for a lot of people.
At a reasonable cost, man. I say at a reasonable cost, because if you look at healthcare in America, Wall Street's involved in healthcare. That's what's driving the prices out of this world.
You hit it on the head. That's it.
We have to get big business out of healthcare. Yeah. That's what we have to do.
And that's a whole nother conversation, too. You guys want to come back again?
Of course.
They won't let me stretch this out into something else.
And hopefully you can invite Elizabeth Rothenthorpe that wrote the book American Sickness, How to Get Big Business Out of Medical Care.
You're going to come back and do it?
Well, if you invite us, we'll
be
more than glad to come back, believe me.
Okay. Where can we go and get more information on what we spoke about today?
Well, you can certainly go onto our website, which is bchnhealth.org. You can call us, or we're all social media networked at BCHN Health. So the other thing that we want to make sure that people know is that on March 5th, there's going to be a visit to Albany to thank our legislators, but also to tell them.
Is that Sumos? That's part of Sumos?
No, it's after Sumos.
After Sumos.
It's after Sumos. But it is equally important to be out there and tell our legislators how important facilities and organizations like BCHN are. So we hope folks to join us.
This weekend also.
Okay.
Caucus weekend. I give them a big round of applause, everybody. Marjorie Cadogan, Bronx Community Health Network Board of Directors, and John Ruiz, Bronx Community Health Network Board of Directors. Thank you guys so much. And you got to come back. We'll open it up. Maybe open up a can of worms, but it's okay. We can do that.
I like that.
Time for dialogue.
There you go. Thank you guys so much. We have to take a quick break right here, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Open next.
My name is Osvaldo Adames. I grew up in the Bronx and went to school right here at the Bronx School for Law, Government, and Justice. In the 7th grade, I hadn't given college that much thought. But all of that changed when I entered the Bronx Institute at Lehman College's Gear Up program. Gear Up helped simplify the entire college application process, helping me prepare for the SATs and organizing college visits and open houses. Last year, I graduated from Hamilton College in upstate New York with a major in mathematics and a minor in Mandarin Chinese. Now, I'm a teacher at my old middle school. I think back to 7th grade, and I honestly had no idea how much help Gear Up would be. They offered me the support I needed to succeed. If you're enrolled in Gear Up, talk to your academic coach or visit the Bronx Institute at www.thebronxinstitute.org for more information.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason, because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
And welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee from 107.5 WBLS and Opens Channel 67. You know, on February the 19th, Young Dancemakers Company, it's a beautiful company, they're going to hold a day of dance in the Bronx, or shall we say dance?
You can
Dance
say
or
dance.
Okay. Joining us with all the details, we have the founding director, Alice Teirstein. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yes. Dance. May I have this dance?
Well, I don't know.
Tell us about your wonderful company.
Well, Young Dancemakers Company is a free program for New York City high school teens who want to create and perform their own original work. I think that's what makes it unique, is that it's all original work from teens. And I have found in these 22 or 23 years of doing this that teens have a lot to say, and they can say it through dance.
They can say it.
When they're given the opportunity. They can say it many ways, but dance is one of the ways that they can
It's
express
a wonderful expression, right? Just letting everybody know how you feel through dance. Am I doing it right?
Well, you can do whatever you want to do. Whatever you want works, okay?
There you go. Whatever makes you feel best,
but
right?
they usually tackle issues, problems, things that are on their mind.
Yes.
And many things, as we know, are on teenagers' minds.
Yes, yes.
And this is a chance to do them, to show it.
And you do this in the public school system?
We draw from the public high schools.
Okay.
It's a free program, and it's open to teenagers, to high school teens.
Yes.
And so the students come from throughout the city in the public school system.
And how do you qualify for this program?
You want to dance.
You want to dance. All you have to do is want to dance, and that's it.
Well, more than that, you really have to want to create something with dance. You want to have, you have so much on your mind, and here's your chance to say it and express it through dance.
Express yourself through dance.
Yeah, right.
And you've been doing this for some time now?
Me?
Yes.
All my life.
All your life?
Yeah.
If I put music on, what
Oh, well, are you going to put me on the spot? Is that it? Okay, I'm ready.
You're always ready, right?
Dancers are always ready to dance. Always ready.
Can you teach me?
What do you want to learn?
What's the basics?
Stand up.
Stand up?
You want to stand up?
I
Can't do
may
that.
be out of the camera here.
Well, the first thing you have to do is stand up.
Stand up. Or want to do it. It has to be in your heart. There has to be some sort of passion.
In our program, you want to have something to say, and to say it through dance.
Yeah.
And I've seen this. I mean, I know that teenagers have a lot to say.
They do.
And they can do it through dance.
Yeah. So you have something coming up that we should know about?
On a week from today.
A week from today.
A week from today, February 19th, that is President's Day.
Yes.
We're having a free day of dance.
All right.
And for people who are interested in the program, or just interested in having a day of dancing, in which they can dance about what's on their mind, or what they're thinking about, or how they feel. And it will start with a technique class. We have a guest artist this summer. Her name is Jane Comfort. She has her own company. And a member of her company is Darren Wright. And Darren will be conducting our first class of the day from 10 to 11, the technique dance class. will start us off. After that, we go into improvisations, which I will lead, and my associate director, Jessica Gaynor, will also lead in improvisations that will give the teens an opportunity to say something.
Yeah.
To say what's on their mind and how they feel and so forth.
I would probably have to start up with improv.
Well,
I'll
I
just
have a
follow
feeling
you.
you'd be very good at it. I think you're asking me to do something.
have this dance.
You want to get up and dance?
If we can find some music afterwards, yes, we'll do it.
Oh, afterwards. We're going to leave the public out of it. Okay.
No, well, wait. All right, we'll include the public right after we finish this, okay?
All right, what else do you want to ask me?
Why do you believe dance is so important to get the message across in our youth?
It's body. It's about body and mind and creativity. I think it's important to let teenagers know that they have that this is a way of speaking out, of saying what's on your mind. Issues are confronted, and personal feelings, and the times of the day, the what's going on.
Living in New York City, what's going on
And
in
New York City.
social media, all that stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Speaking of social media, where can we go for more information on what you're doing?
Well, oh my gosh.
Is there a number or a website we can go to? Or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. It's the Young Dancemakers Company, Incorporated. Young Dancemakers Company, INC. Online. And we have a website online. And www.youngdancemakerscompany.org.
Well, thank you so much. Alice Teirstein, may I have this dance?
You kidding? You really do?
We'll take a break. We'll come
That's
back
it?
with more on that.
Hi, I'm David Lesh, legal correspondent to the Morning Show Open. If you have a legal question that you'd like me to answer, please send me an email at davidlesh@bronxnet.org, and I will address it on our Ask Your Lawyer segment.
Why don't you ever see elephants hiding in trees? Because they're really good at it. Yeah, I get it.
And welcome back, everybody. You know, every month, the Sweetwater Dance and Yoga Studio, they offer several classes to keep your mind, body, and spirit nice and healthy. And joining us with all the details about the sound bath meditation, we have our studio founder. She found the whole thing. She's the owner, Yosara Trujillo.
Trujillo, yeah.
Trujillo.
Hi.
And Trujillo, everything else is formed from that.
Yes, everything else has fallen from that.
All right, tell us about your upcoming event.
So every month we hold a number of health and wellness events that kind of try to expose our community to different modalities. And one of them that's kind of caught on and doing really well is the sound healing meditation session.
Sound healing meditation session.
So basically, sound healing uses vibrations generated by different instruments and different tuning forks and things like that that affect the body by aligning and kind of shaking up the body's natural energies. So sometimes we absorb negativities, we don't process things properly. We're not a society given to really caring for our bodies as well as we probably should given today's stresses.
So if you're absorbing those negativities,
that's right.
This method will help get rid of those
It
negativities?
does. It helps to align it. It gives you a moment to basically, it's a passive modality. So basically you lay there or you sit there comfortably. The room is generally full of people in blankets or laying or kind of sitting up meditating, however they feel comfortable. And the sounds are generated in the room and walked about the room so that it affects them from different
speaker
angles.
System or somebody's
No speakers. This is all natural.
This is all natural.
Yeah, analog.
So you have a tuning fork or an
There are
instrument?
tuning forks. She has the practitioner, Jessica Bonds is the practitioner we use. She's fantastic. She uses a number of instruments. A lot of these are, natural tuning forks. These are just done by impact, or a seed pan, which is a Native American type of drum that makes these beautiful sounds. The sounds have a really interesting and physical impact on our body that we can feel, and it's
Vibrations,
grown.
baby, vibrations.
It does. It's hard. You don't have to believe in anything. This isn't affecting what you think or what you feel. What you think spiritually or anything like that. It's simply exposing your body to different vibrations. It's science. It's physics.
Can you hum along with it?
You can, and some people do. Some people fall asleep, which is mostly what happens. So some snoring happens in the room, and that's not a bad thing.
The music of the snore,
You do. It's not a bad place to be. So we offer this every third Friday of the month. Second Friday of the month. So it happened just this past Friday the 9th, and it's happening next March 9th. And again, that's in addition to a number of wonderful healing.
It just made me sigh and take a breath. Is there any breath work involved in this?
Honestly, there isn't. The practitioner basically asks everyone to be in a position they feel most comfortable. She'll ask them to maybe take a breath or two, but once the sounds start, people kind of fall in line. It's regardless.
How do you feel when you get out? When it's done?
You feel delicious. You feel relaxed. You feel somehow changed, even if you can't really identify how it is. You're better able to kind of...
it's different, even if you don't know.
You don't know why, but
happened.
you feel lighter. You sleep better. You sleep really well. I just had a great night's sleep right after the last sound bath healing. And it has a lovely impact on your body.
I'm going to write that down. Sound back healing.
Sound bath.
Bath.
Yes, you're bathed by the sound.
Healing.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
And where do we come for this?
You come to Sweetwater Dance and Yoga, amongst other places. We're located a block away from Yankee Stadium. Again, we have a bunch of wonderful events and things that happen at the studio. It's definitely a lovely resource that we're really
You're
really
get
proud
all the
to
ball
offer.
players after the Yankees game.
We'd like to say so. We'd like to say so. We have other things that happen there as well. We have salsa socials that happen every second Friday. We have that coming up next Friday. We have a number of different things. We're proud to be a part of a growing community of healers in the Bronx. We have very talented people at the studio. And we're going to be offering our first yoga teacher training this year to encourage more Bronx healers. And we're super excited.
What made you want to start something like this?
So I
Back
graduated.
in 1995.
Six. Hey.
Six.
Back in 1996, I was introduced to yoga by an aunt of mine, and it became a part of my life. And fast forward to 2011, I graduated law school, 3 months pregnant with my first child. So I became an attorney. I got barred, and then I realized that I was going to have to work 80 hours a week away from my new baby. happy.
When you tell somebody you got barred, they don't know the terminology.
The New York State bar.
You get kicked out. There's a bar exam that you have to take.
Yeah, I got admitted. So it's a process that attorneys go through, and I come from a long line of entrepreneurs, and when it came time for me to figure out about raising a child, I wanted my son next to me, and opening this business has been probably the most serendipitous thing that could have happened. It allowed me to raise my son. It allows me to serve my community. It allows me to focus on what I love, dance and yoga. I think those things were what got me through my youth and kept me happy and healthy. They were always impactful for me.
How do you see this 5 years from now? What do you want to do?
Yay, 5 years from now. 5 years from now, Sweetwater. Tomorrow would be great. 5 years from now, Sweetwater is fully expressed. We're offering, we're stable, we're offering everything we want to offer. Everybody knows about us. We're basically the Bronx's go-to home for health and wellness, and maybe just the first of many. You know, let us be, you know, just inspire other folks to continue to spread the health and wellness love throughout the Bronx. We need it. Our community needs it.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Thank you.
Right.
Come on by, take a class.
Yeah. Well,
we do dance classes. We have salsa.
Well, I'm going to actually dance right after this too.
There you go.
Or we can do a meditation.
You'd have to get a meditative professional.
You're here.
I'm an entrepreneur. I do business.
We can do the basics.
What's the basic? You're dying to ohm again.
Tell me. Hey, look.
Yeah, see, if we had that. There's little gongs our instructors use. They're great.
What's your website?
It's sweetwaterdanceandyoga.com, and you can find us on Facebook, on Instagram, all kinds of great stuff.
All right, give her a big round of applause, Yosara Trujillo.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
all right.
you so much.
She's the owner, and she also does the classes too.
I do.
Yes.
I'm a student.
I'm a student. I'm not only just the president. I'm the
client. I'm the customer. What did he say?
Yeah, we'll get it. Thank you so much. All right, we have to take a quick break right here, but stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Open next.
And I can't change, even if I try, even if I wanted to. My love, she keeps me warm. 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 She keeps me warm.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
For all the papas out there, let's stop what we're doing and take a moment. A moment to be with our kids. They can be loud moments, goofy moments, sporty moments, dorky moments, kooky moments. Moments where we talk or walk or just hang out. It doesn't really matter. They all count because every time dads take a moment to be with their kids, well, it's pretty momentous. So let's all take a moment to make a moment today.
And welcome back, everybody. Our next guest is the director of the Radical Women's Ministry. She's putting it together. She's affiliated with the World Changers Church International, and she's here to discuss the 2018 Crossroads event and designed to empower women everywhere. We welcome Danielle Peters to the show. Danielle?
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're doing a lot of wonderful things. I mean, I've been watching Creflo for many years now, and you work with his wife, Taffy. Right?
Yes, indeed.
Tell us about it.
Well, it's awesome. I mean, Taffy Dollar, she is a world-renowned author. She's a teacher. She's a motivational speaker. She is a spiritual leader. She pastors World Changes Church International and also World Changes Church New York, which is right here in the Bronx.
All right, see?
Yeah, so it's a wonderful experience, and really right now there is a huge focus to really make sure that we're able to teach Bible-based gender equality.
Yeah, and it's so much needed in our communities. It's very needed.
It's true.
So you started with her a while ago.
Yes. In World Changes Church New York, and under her leadership and direction, the Radical Women's Ministry, it is really designed to promote, you know, unity and sisterhood, and of course, make sure that women are enlightened and they know that they are powerful, they are strong, and they are equal in God's eyes.
And there's an event coming up.
There's an event. It's the 2018 New York Crossroads. It'll take place on February 19th at 7 p.m. at World Changes Church New York, which is in the beautiful Paradise Theater on Grand Concourse. Okay, and it is going to be an awesome, awesome evening of music, fellowship. We'll have prizes, we'll have games, and of course, we're going to have an encouraging word from Taffy Dollar.
There you go.
So we invite all the ladies, this is a women's only event, to come out.
Wait, can Bronx not have some guys come over and maybe get some pictures? I saw a look on your face.
Maybe if they say
You
way,
can shoot
way
background?
in the background.
It's for women only.
Women 18 and up.
18 and up. And we're looking to encourage women and do what?
We're looking to encourage women. We want to make sure that they're empowered, especially they know that they have a voice, right? That they're equal, you know, traditional norms. Society will try to dictate to women that they are second-class citizens, right? And also religion in many cases will say that they are lesser to men.
Can you give us like some insight? I mean, for the guys who can't come and the women who want to come, what's it going to look like when we get there?
What's it going to look like?
When the women get there.
The women are going to be all stirred up if they are living in a household where it was just the man is the king of the castle. They're going to realize that in God's eyes, they too are powerful. And we are partners. We are equal in this. We are just not here to play second class, second fiddle.
Yeah.
They're going to be really energized.
So there's going to be a number of speakers.
Yes, we'll have a couple of speakers. We're going to have praise team. We're going to have wonderful music. We'll have games. We'll have some giveaways just for showing up.
Yeah.
It's going to be an awesome time. And we're going to make sure we have a mixer beforehand. So if for those that dare to be ahead of time and get there early when doors open at 6:15, they can expect to enjoy a mixer. I have some music. We have fun.
There you go. All right.
It's going to be
so
awesome.
How long is it? What is it? A whole day or?
No, it's just an evening.
It's an evening.
Doors open at 6:15. The event formally starts at 7, and it'll go on until 9 p.m.
You see, I'm trying to grab that information from you.
Yes, please.
I may stand way in the back and maybe take pictures or something.
You don't. The ladies, they will not want to miss this. This is definitely an event that is a must-see. We tell you, invite a coworker, a friend, your neighbor, family member, because this will be too good to be missed.
And what will
you got to share it.
What will they take away?
What will they take away
from that evening?
They will take away that in Christ they are limitless. Right? There are no boundaries based on religion, based on gender, based on economic status, based on race. That they can achieve truly their God-given potential.
Yeah.
And just all they have to do is dare to resist inferiority and insecurity.
I like it. See, you're making the guys want to come too.
Yes. We'll have something for the guys.
Maybe Creflo can do something for the guys.
Yes, definitely.
So women will come and they will come home and say, hey, to their boyfriends or husbands and say, guess what I experienced today?
Yeah,
and they'll sit down and pray together, break bread together.
But you know what? It's not just about the relationships and for marrieds or, it's also for singles, because what does society tell us even at the workplace?
Yeah.
Our value in society as women.
Danielle, is there a follow-up to this? Or
is there a follow-up?
other events coming up?
Yes, there are other events. We invite everyone to get connected with the ministry. They can reach us at www.taffydollar.org. They can also contact us via email at New York Women, NY Women at worldchangers.org, and we'll be happy to get them a calendar or schedule. But we have events monthly. And then also we have a huge radical revolution that'll take place in Atlanta in March, if anyone dares to travel. But also we just had one at the Bronx church in October. So we're consistently, and the men were welcome. So we're consistently offering opportunities for those to get connected with the Radical Women's Ministry.
There you go. Ladies, get ready, February the 19th.
Yes.
At Paradise Theater.
The Paradise Theater, 2417 Grand Concourse in the Bronx at 187th Street.
All right, Danielle, pray us out.
Oh, Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time. Father, we call all the women from the north, the south, the east, and the west. They will come to World Changes Church, New York, and they will receive a word, and they will never be the same again. Father, we thank you that you have already restored women to their rightful place. And may they realize all that you have created them to be, that they are boundless and limitless in you. It's in Jesus' name that we pray, and we thank you. Amen.
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 Amen. Thank you. Give a big round of applause, everybody. Danielle Peters, Director, Radical Women's Ministry, World Changes Church, New York.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And come back again.
I will.
All right, we have to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We have more open coming up next.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help. You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right.
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
Chiru has no choice. She and millions like her walk miles a day for dirty water. But together, we can end their walk by providing clean water close by. Instead of spending hours walking to get water that makes them sick, girls can be in a classroom, and moms will gain back time to care for their families. Sons and daughters can grow up strong, finally free of sicknesses. It's true. When you just add water, you change a life. Learn more at worldvision.org.
I guess sometimes things just happen. Devastating things. Your whole world changes in an instant. That's what happened to me the day my mother had a stroke.
I'm Paul George, and I want you to spot a stroke fast.
F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911.
Protect the ones you love.
Spot a stroke fast.
And welcome back. Here we go. Our next guest is the founder of Uptown and Boogie Bicycle. She's a Boogie Bicycle advocacy person.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Boogie Bicycle. She joins us today with a look at their work in the Bronx and their upcoming Black History Ride event. Yes. Boogie Bicycle.
Yes. So,
and Black History.
Yes.
Put it together for me.
Okay. So Uptown and Boogie Bicycle is an organization for bicycle health and doing it fun. Like it doesn't have to be a workout and stressed out, but allowing you to use all your senses, your sight, your smell, your hearing. And I focus on the areas of Uptown Manhattan, Harlem, Washington Heights, Inwood, and the Bronx. So
that could be a beautiful tour, you know. There's a lot of things that the people And see, I was on a couple of those tours with the Uptown Chamber and also with the junior, you know, the borough president, and he has those bike tours every now and then.
Yeah.
And you see some things that makes you go, wow, I didn't know this was here.
Yes, when you look up, you see. So the Black Panther, so it's a Black Month ride, and we also will end with watching the Black Panther, a movie, and we focus on the Black history of Harlem. And the Black Panther movement of Harlem, so that we don't forget that although it's a movie and there's a history, but there's meaning to the word of the Black Panther and the Black Panther movement, especially since Harlem was one of the largest Black Panther communities.
Yeah, so you put it all together,
Yes,
right? Get the bicycle,
yes.
get the exercising, get the mind, body, and spirit involved, and
Exactly.
sit back, kick off your shoes, and watch Black Panther.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
So you get to see sculptures in the New York City parks, murals that give tribute to activists that were once residents of Harlem, like, for example, the Yuri and Malcolm X mural, and also the mural in the Harlem Hospital.
Yeah.
And we also visit the Schomburg Black History Center.
And you're going uptown, there's a kiosk up there, the Malcolm X area. I think he has a whole place up there. I forgot what they call it. It's like a theater.
Yes.
But you go in, they have the kiosk there, and you can find out all about his works and all that. I think the sisters are running that, the Shabazz sisters.
Okay.
Malcolm Shabazz.
Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know, is it going through there? It could be.
Yeah, well, our ride is 5 miles. We don't want
That
you...
could be one of the stops.
Yes, it could be. You never know. There are some surprises on the ride, some fun facts of the movements in Harlem.
What inspired you to create something like this?
Oh, so I learned to ride a bicycle as an adult in 2010. And it was a result of I wanted to travel outside the U.S. And a lot of people told me, if you go to Europe, you have to ride a bike, you have to swim. Yeah. So I met the stereotype. I didn't know how to ride, I didn't know how to swim. So I learned both at the same time. And it was amazing when I traveled and biked, and I saw cities just in all corners, the non-touristy areas, you know, and you get to, people just want to talk to you. You're on the bike, and for some reason, people think that I know directions, so they'll just come up to me.
Ask you for directions.
Ask me for directions.
You know where you're going.
I know where I'm going, and it just became such a passion. And I've traveled many continents. I bike tour, and bike touring, you go from the small towns to the villages before you reach the cities.
So biking was a springboard for a lot of your travels.
Yes.
So now you didn't know how to ride a bike before. Now you lay on the bike sideways.
Exactly.
Hey. You can text and bike.
No texting and biking.
You see that throughout the city
now,
right?
Yeah.
No texting and biking.
No texting and biking. But on the tour, you will will have enough stops for people to take pictures and text their friends telling how much a wonderful time they're having. But when we're on the ride, we ask our riders to just look around, spot something you didn't see before. Supporting the community, supporting the arts. You know, art is such a wonderful expression.
What are your goals with this for Uptown and Boogie Bicycle Academy or Advocacy?
Yes, so...
And where does the advocacy come in?
Well, I want to promote all types of forms of healthy ways of using the bike to propel other movements. So you have, we're advocating for more arts into the community, more murals, more expressions. And with the biking, and you have people who are demanding to see beautification and to see, you know, some information. Also, bike lanes, protective lanes.
You're backing that 100%.
Yes.
More bike lanes.
More bike lanes. Awareness of cyclists on the roads. Also advocating for supporting local businesses.
Gotcha.
And so we want to take the bike and have it support many aspects of the community.
Do you have other events coming up also?
Yes, I do. So on March 17th is the Black Panther Ride.
Yeah.
And we have on February 20th is going to be to tell the difference between a cardiac arrest and overdose. So the advocacy is also of health and health issues in Harlem, and East Harlem is affected by the opioid crisis.
Yeah,
So we're having a seminar for people to become 911, learn how to conduct CPR.
CPR.
And
can you do CPR on the cardiac arrest person and the opioid overdose person?
Well, this is what the
Or is it-
seminar is.
you have to know what to
the
do?
training. That's the training. Is what's the difference between someone going through a cardiac arrest versus a drug overdose?
Yeah.
And so we've reached out to the FDNY to help do the CPR and AED usage training class, and we've also the Comprehensive Health Care Center to provide the overdose prevention kit. For free to members who may have those.
So you're doing a whole lot.
Yes, I am.
All right. It all came from the bike.
Yes, and we also have morning rides. Each month we have a monthly Wednesday morning ride. We take a small loop under 10 miles. And we also working with the New York Park and Rec and Mullally Bike Park to create 3 bike workshops in the Bronx. So on February 24th, we're going to have how to winterize yourself and your bike. And a lot of people have told me, I thought it was going to be cold this winter. I think I still can ride. So this class is to help you.
Oh, you see people riding in
Yes,
snowstorms,
I
especially if somebody's
know.
delivering some food.
Yeah. So we want to advocate also that cycling is year-round. Like it doesn't have to be a seasonal activity. And so we have 3 sessions.
How do people get involved in what you're doing?
Oh, you can go to our website. It's ubbicycle.org/events. And we're always looking for volunteers. We definitely need volunteers for the Bronx event at the Mullally Bike Park. Bike mechanics, bike enthusiasts to come and help those who may need repairs or questions.
And you can bring any kind of bike. What bike do you recommend? What's most comfortable? Because if you're riding long distance, you don't want to have a seat on your bike that's going to bother you by the time it's all done.
Yes, I know. I bike with a touring bike. I've used it to tour. I've used it to go to the groceries. Actually,
you have a big basket on your bike with a bell?
No, no, I have 2 huge panniers, and my friends always see the 100-pound loads in the back of my tire. I actually have a Brooks saddle. It's a leather saddle that molds into the body, so I don't use the cushy couch saddles, but I do recommend something that molds with your body shape.
Where can we go for more information?
That's ubbicycle.org. ubbicycle.org.
All right. And Judi,
Yes.
you're the founder, Uptown and Boogie Bicycle Advocacy.
Yeah, thank you.
Judi Desiree.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for coming by, and thanks for sharing that,
having
okay?
me. I appreciate it.
All right.
All right.
Unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today's show. I'd like to thank our guests for joining us and you, our viewer, for tuning in and checking it all out. If you missed any part of today's show, well, you can tune into the recablecast of Open at 5 and 10 p.m. or you can watch anytime on the web at bronxnet.org, or you can catch an all-new episode Wednesday at 10 a.m. with our host, Darren Hyman. For all of us here at BronxNet, have a great and enjoyable day. And always remember this, what you are is God's gift to you, and what you make of yourself is your gift to God. So choose your choice, and let your choice control the chooser. I'm the Dr. Bob Lee. Catch you another day, another way. And remember this, whether you say you can or you can't, either way, you're right. So make sure you say you can. It's a mind job. Catch you. I'll see you on the radio tonight over 107.5 WBLS. I love you all. Peace.